clock from where you are?
No, not really.
All right.
But I'll have that buttons in, so you'll be telling me this.
Okay. All right. It's working.
It's too wide for everybody.
Can you put their team names in there instead of saying loser and home? Okay. All right, Charlie, here's how it's going to go. At 6:30, run 3 commercials. And then at 5, it's pregame on court. One. Commercials until after. Okay. So on the pregame clock at 6:30, you run 3 commercials. That takes us to 5, right? Because they're 30 seconds each. And then it's pregame on the court. That's me down there with the coaches doing my thing. And then I'll do that until about 1 minute. And then it's commercials until after the national anthem. I'll be back up here by that time. All right. All righty. Okay.
It's starters for us.
almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu
At Citizen State Bank of Loyal, we build relationships with our customers. It takes handshakes and continued conversations and commitment to withstand the test of time. Whether it's in ag loans or personal banking, we respond with flexibility, creativity, and a commitment to serve those needs, and by extension to our communities. Stop by or call any of our 5 convenient locations to find out what Citizen State Bank of Loyal can do for you.
Smoker Grills. Again, that is at Hiller's True Value on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. Again, we've got Wisconsin Valley Conference basketball. We will talk to both Coach Terpstra and Coach Bolus here in just a moment. And again, we'll talk to Coach Terpstra first, and we'll talk about his 13-4 overall, 8-0 in the Valley SPASH Panthers as they are barreling right towards the number 3 or maybe a number 2 seed. Come on in here, Coach. Thanks for joining us. Just telling the audience, around this time of year we start talking about seeds for the tournament, and that's what I want to talk about now. It seems to me, stands the logic, you're staring down the barrel of a 3 or a 2. You got to win these games to have any hope on that at the end of the year. So how do you stay focused on game by game with just a handful left?
Yeah, I just really haven't thought about seeds, just thought about, the next game, preparing for the next game, playing one at a time, and we'll let that kind of handle itself.
January 4th, they were 77-54 at your place. What do you got to do to duplicate that here?
Well, we got to make sure that we play at our pace, rebound so that we're able to get out on the break, and defend.
And how have you kept the girls entertained this week? It's been a strange week with the cancellations. How has practice been? How's everything else been? We're able to even do this week.
We haven't. They were home. So, they said they slept a lot and watched a lot of movies.
They should be fresh tonight, Coach.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by, Coach. Good luck. We'll talk to Coach Bullis here, and we'll see what he has to say about things going on here as Coach Bullis comes in. We're talking to Terp there about what the girls did all week. He said his girls did a lot of sleeping. What'd you hear from your girls on this kind of a strange, unusual week for athletics?
Yeah, about the same thing. I think they caught up on their sleep. We were able to get in the gym yesterday for a little bit, try to knock some rust off. So I'm sure it might be a little ugly here early with both teams, but we'll see what we get.
All right, and then as we look at the conference standings right now, you're at 4-4. Rapids at 4-4. A win today keeps you right there with Rapids. Probably not able to catch West or SPASH in the standings. But what does a win do today besides put you above water in conference?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what our mini goal is here, is to finish third, because I don't think anyone's going to catch the two best teams, West and SPASH. So we're looking to try to finish strong and get in that third spot.
And you probably learned a lot. A month ago it was 77-54. What'd you learn, and what do you got to do here tonight?
Well, we're a team that averages about 50 points a game, and they're a team that averages about 80 points a game. So if we have any success tonight, it's going to be, the game's going to be in the 40s or 50s, where if they get it up where they want it, we're going to have some difficulties.
Coach, good luck. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. All right, guys, we talked to Coach Terpstra and Coach Bullis, and they're both set. But again, it was a strange week for high school athletics here this week. We had no school Monday due to snow, and then we had no school for temperature Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today was the first day back at school, and here we are back in the gym getting ready for basketball, guys. Jason here with the Zaleski Sports Show. I will take you step for step today. We've also got other live streams available. Go to ZaleskiSportsShow.com, click on Live Sports. You are watching the Hillers True Value pregame show. Hillers is your Milwaukee Tool headquarters. Hillers on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. For all of your Milwaukee Tool needs, we'll be back with the play-by-play after this. Custom heating and cooling for all your HVAC needs. For years, we have been providing the highest level of home comfort products for Central Wisconsin. Our philosophy is simple. Our clients are our most important assets, and to protect them, we use the best service and equipment available. 24-hour service is ready for you now. Visit us at customheating.org or Custom Heating on Facebook. Choose Custom Heating and Cooling.
Door Pro of Stratford has been your local source for garage and overhead doors since 2003. Door Pro can custom design your door solutions, or you can use their online tools at doorprollc.com to see what a new garage door could do to improve your home. Door Pro of Stratford, call them at 715-384-7978. Door Pro of Stratford, proud to support local athletes and their teams.
Phelps' Dairy Store, located just southeast of Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point, has fresh cheese curds 7 days a week. Phelps' has a vast selection of cheeses and meats, including the popular potato wurst. Fresh milk pumped daily from 700 cows, and farm tours available. See Phelps' Dairy Store in person or visit us at phelpsdairystore.com. Phelps' Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. Gross Motors of Neelsville, the area's best choice for new and used Chrysler automobiles. Shop close to home for a great selection of new Chrysler Pacifica minivans and the entire Chrysler line of vehicles. You can also see over 700 new and used vehicles at grossauto.com. Gross Motors on Highway 10 in Neelsville, home of the no-hassle price, Gross Motors.
Are you looking for a daycare close to Auburndale? Little Sprouts Learning Garden Daycare, located at 10564 North School Road, has a convenient location right next to Auburndale schools. When you bring your children to Little Sprouts, you know that you're leaving them in good hands. With a capacity of 50 children, this daycare is open to all children from 6 weeks to 12 years. Conveniently open from 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, Little Sprouts Learning Garden in Auburndale is your family-friendly daycare.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
Welcome back to DC Everest High School here in Schofield, Wisconsin, as we are set for Wisconsin Valley Conference basketball here as we head down the final stretch of the 2018-2019 season. Starting lineups today brought to you by Total Body Fitness in Marshfield. Head on down to Total Body Fitness, see Dawn and the rest of my friends there at Total Body Fitness, where I have quite a workout routine going there. I'll just take my word for it. Great gym, great people, and a lot of good times down at Total Body Fitness on North Central Avenue in Marshfield. SPASH Panthers, we'll start with the starters for the visiting SPASH Panthers. Number 2 is a senior, Rachel Lummis. Number 10, Alyssa Standifer, a sophomore. Number 30, Kaylee Hintz, a senior. Senior Madison Rogan wears 33. And number 11, number 40, Leah Ernest. For the home, Everest Evergreens is number 2, a senior, 5'4" guard, Olivia Fernstadt. Coming in at 5'10", a senior, Zoe Minahan. 6'1" senior, Alexis Wanoviak. Mallory Schmall, a 5'7" senior for the Evergreens. And a 5'7" guard, another senior, number 20, Gabby Anderson. Fernstadt, Minahan, Wanoviak, Schmall, Anderson for the Evergreens. Lummis, Standifer, Hintz, Rogan, Ernest for the visiting SPASH Panthers. Again, SPASH comes in at the top of the valley at a perfect 8-0. The Evergreens right in the middle of it at 4-4, also 4-4. Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders, and we get to see the Evergreens 2 nights in a row here as we play today, and then we play tomorrow over in Marshfield. But more about that game later as we are set for the tip here in Schofield, and we're off and running here. As Standifer comes down with the tip, gets it to Rogan. Hintz in the far corner, and the Panthers circle it up to Lummis. Dump it back into Standifer, and Rogan rotates all the way around as they reverse the ball here again. As we are just underway here in Schofield. Rogan with the ball. As the Evergreens 2-3 zone looks to close out here, and we have a foul, and it'll be our first foul of the game. Alexis Wanoviak picks up the foul, her first and team first, and it's going to send Standifer to the line on the shooting foul. First one for Standifer is up and in, and we break the ice here at 1-0 at 17:34 into the game. Just 26 seconds off the clock here. Next one is off the back of the iron. No. Rebound comes off to Hintz, and the Panthers get a fresh look at the basket here. Back at this end of the court. Dump in. Standifer turns on Wanoviak. Shot altered, and Fernstadt comes down with the loose ball. Schmall with it here with Rogan on her, and Rogan may get called with the reach. As we'll watch our official head to the score table, and does bring up the double threes of Madison Rogan. So Panthers even up the team foul count at 1 apiece. Schmall with it here, gets it over to Anderson on the far wing, and worked all the way back around to Schmall. Saw these two teams play last on January the 4th. It was Schmall coming off the bench that game in the starting lineup here tonight for the Evergreens. Crisp, quick ball movement here for the Evergreens. That one goes over the head of Minahan temporarily, and she was caught without a dribble up at midcourt, able to get it free, and the Evergreens again pass the ball around the horn, looking for Wanoviak inside with Ernest watching over her. Schmall in the lane, dribbles around Ernest, gets a shot up. No, Ernest with the rebound. Panthers push and then settle into their half-court offense. Hintz skim pass all the way over to Lummis. This 3-2 zone here put on by the Evergreens. Lummis going to fire a 3 over the top of it, off the back of the iron, no. And Schmall comes with the rebound, looks at Lummis, and brings it back out. And the Evergreens will go to their half-court set. Wanowiak had position on the inside but couldn't quite get to it. Pass was just a bit long and out of bounds. Turnover, Evergreens. A decent crowd here at DC Everest High School. As Billy Joel would say, pretty good crowd for a Friday night. Rogan thought about 3, instead dribbles it through the lane, kicks up to Lummis. Lummis drives baseline up and just too strong. Floated it over the rim, and Wanowiak corralled the loose ball. Again, decent crowd here, and again, it's been a strange week for high school sports and just sports all around here in and around central Wisconsin, as school has been out for all this week. School just got back in session here today, and so we got a travel by Schmall. She drove to the basket, but sporting events canceled on Monday due to snow that fell overnight on Sunday, and then after the snow fell, canceling school on Monday across the area, and then freezing temperatures, well below 0 temperatures, came in and suffocated the area, canceling school on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Hintz, 3 on the way. Timber! Kaylee Hintz unleashes a 3, 4-0 Panthers. And when there's no school, there are no athletic activities. All those are canceled along with school, so student athletes all over the place have been stuck at home, or, well, at least stuck away from their teams and their coaches and their programmed, organized activities. So many of these student athletes, including the ones you see in front of you now, have been wondering what to do. As Wanowiak doesn't wonder any longer. She sends one in from 2 feet away. But we'll see. Both coaches, if you caught the pregame, both coaches talked about wondering how their girls were going to react here. But a bit rusty, Coach Bullis thought, and Coach Terpstra thought his girls slept a lot. So see what we get here, but what we have so far is a 4-2 game with 5 minutes off the clock. Schmall leans into one just a bit too strong. Loose ball comes out to Anderson. Schmall with it, far wing, gets it back up to Anderson up top. Rogan on her. Anderson looked into Wanowiak, and Wanowiak was gobbled up there by Ernest, as Ernest is doing a good job when Schmall flashes into lane. Ernest flashes right in front of her. Makes it tough to see that lane for the pass. 3 on the way for Minahan is just short. Standifer with the rebound. Outlet pass to Rogan. Lummis, baseline around Wanowiak is up, and no good. Foul on the shot, and she'll go to the line for 2. Hintz with a 3-pointer for the Panthers. Standifer with 1 of 2 made free throws. Those are the 4 points you see for the Panthers now. Lummis now will go to the line for 2. First one is off the front of the rim. No good. Get other live sports going on right now. Go over to ZaleskiSportsShow.com, click on Live Sports, and around this time of day, you're going to find Loyal Neilsville boys basketball that is just about underway, as Lummis hits the back end of those shooting free throws. Stratford Phillips boys-girls doubleheader going on. Stratford took down Phillips in that front half of that doubleheader. The girls are just underway right now with about 30 seconds off the clock. And then this game here, that's 5 games here tonight, brought to you on the On Focus Sports Network. And this is the Zaleski Sports On Focus Game of the Week. Rogan in the corner. Floater that went just a bit long, rolled out. So made shots have been at a premium here tonight. Both teams missing a bunch, and it's 5-2 here as the clock winds with 12:30 left in the half. Wanowiak up high with Ernest chasing her. And straight man defense here for the Panthers. Contrast to the 3-2 zone defense played by the Evergreens here tonight. Coach Bolus employed that same defense back in Stevens Point on January 4th as he felt his team probably not athletic enough to survive a man-style defense against the talented SPASH Panthers. That one deflected away. Hintz picks it up off to Rogan. And Bolus probably right. I'm never going to question a coach, but he's probably right as travel called there on Hintz. And we'll have subs coming in for the Panthers. But Coach Bolus, a good coach here in high school sports here in Wisconsin, and he's probably right that man defense, just with the 10 girls that are routinely on the court here for these two teams, probably would favor the Panthers by quite a bit. So, zone defense there, got Hintz and a travel and a turnover. So Evergreen's back with the ball, only down by 3. Schmoll lines up for 3, straight on, off to the right, no good. Ernest picks up the loose board. Ernest with a head of steam down the lane. Leah Ernest up and in and one. Leah Ernest. And that's what you get there. Again, we just talked about that athletic ability, and talk about a 5'11" junior, 1,000-point scorer. Leah Ernest has verbally committed to Viterbo University down in northwest Indiana, and again, just her junior year. And the free throw is pure. Ernest completes her three-point play, and just like that, it's 8-2. Stevens Point. Full court pressure being put on now by the Panthers. Hintz and Ernest temporarily had Fernstedt bottled up. She got around Hintz to the right, and then Hintz hipped her out of bounds, and it's a foul on the Panthers. And then to continue that zone man type conversation here is Noviak puts a nice move up and around Hintz. Her 4th point. She's got all 4 for the Evergreens. Same thing on the other flip side of things, offense defense here. The Panthers able to stay in that man defense's athletic ability, maybe just tips to the Panther side of things here on that scale, and they're able to stay in that man defense. The man defense allows them to be a little bit more aggressive, go for some of those steals. They don't have to worry about stepping in passing lanes. They just worry about their offensive player right in front of them. And they've been able to get the job done here so far, as 8-4 is the count. Ernest lines up a 3, and it's good. Ernest now quickly tallying up stats here, and talk a lot about Leah during the broadcast here today. As again, she's a premium player here in central Wisconsin. Coach Terpstra and the rest of the staff, of course, happy to have all these girls, but Leah brings something a little extra here to the court. Steal attempted there by Fink, no, and the drive comes up just a bit too strong. Ernest comes down with the rebound, pushes the other way, gets it out to Hintz. Hintz open for 3 on the way. Timber! Kaylee Hintz hits her 2nd 3 of the game, and we've got our first timeout of the game. It's the SPASH Panthers 14, Everest Evergreens 4, 9:50 left in the half.
Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, has fresh cheese curds made daily, along with cheese and sausage trays for your next gathering. Nasonville Dairy is home to over 24 cheese varieties. 1.5 million pounds of milk daily gives you cheddar, feta, Colby, and even blue marble jack. Shop in the store or online at NasonvilleDairy.com. Nasonville Dairy, a family tradition of quality.
Back here in Schofield, talking about Leah Ernest here again, as she wears number 40 there. You see her on your screen. Averages almost 30 points a game here in the 2018-2019 season, and trying to lead her SPASH Panthers to a top seed here as we head into postseason play in just about 10 days here in Wisconsin. And right now, check out a feature article on ZaleskiSportsShow.com talks about those top seeds. We've got SPASH Panthers today slated as a 3 seed. Appleton North, Appleton East, likely ahead of them right now. As those two teams, those 3 teams, similar records, all 3 of them. The Appleton teams played maybe a little bit tougher strength of schedule, but all pretty even. And of course the Wausau West Warriors right behind those 3. We've got them figured as a 4 seed, so the 3 and the 4 both could come from the Valley Conference and Valley Conference foes. But a lot to be settled here. 4 games left in the season, and another game between the SPASH Panthers and the Wausau West Warriors. Of course, SPASH beat Wausau West just a couple weeks ago in Wausau, so they get a home game left against the 8-1 Warriors. Warriors in second place in the Valley. But again, games like this, you're looking for one of those top seeds. Can't have a slip-up as the ball there slips through the hands of Olivia Fernstadt and go the other way with it. The Panthers looking for big things in the postseason. They've got a good lineup. A 3 seed would set them up nice. A 2 seed set them up even just a bit better, we think. And again, we think, though, that 2 seed may be out of their control. That one of those Appleton teams would have to lose, and probably not lose against each other. I don't think that would factor. They'd probably still retain their 1-2 seed. Of course, both those teams out of the Fox Valley, so interesting there. The top 2 seeds out of one conference and seeds 3 and 4 out of another. Fink lines up a 3 off the back of the rim, no. Rebound brought down by Studeman, Hannah Studeman, in the game for the Evergreens out of that Coach Bullis timeout. You get one of those top seeds in the tournament, your path is theoretically easier. You're playing against teams with a worse record probably for the duration of the tournament until you get to that sectional semifinal or sectional final round, and that sectional final round is a state qualifier game. 4 teams from each division go to state. Girls basketball, they go to the Resch Center in Green Bay. Boys basketball, they go to the Cole Center down in Madison. At the top, 4 teams in each division, divisions 1 through 5 here in Wisconsin, all get to participate in state. That means the state champion wins 2 games at the state tournament. So you would figure you're one of those top seeds. You've got a chance to be one of those 4 left standing. And the Panthers want to have a crack at that this year. Got a final over in Loyal girls basketball. The Loyal Greyhounds 51, Marathon Red Raiders 41. As Ernest shot comes off, Anderson with the board. And again, we got the second half of that quasi doubleheader. Again, Loyal Marathon girls basketball. Now it's Loyal Neilsville boys basketball, as the postponements from earlier this week catch up, and sometimes catch up in strange ways. Shot put up there, and rebound brought back down by Zarnik. And Paige Zarnik's going to go to the line for 2. No, it's not. It's Fernstadt at the line, I believe. No, it is Zarnik. My apologies. Had it right the first time. This is the front end of that 2-shot free throw session here, as the foul assessed on Rachel Lummis. And Lummis battles the rebound on her knee, gets the ball over to Ernest, so Zarnik missed both of her free throws. It's 14-4 SPASH. Ernest took a few steps and called with the charge. She could have been called with the travel. Travel would have been a violation. The charge is a personal foul. Either way, the ball was going the other way, as Ernest took 3 steps into the defender, and the charge is going to be the end call there. It's her first, team 5th on the Panthers. Schmoll with it, got Hintz up in the air, didn't do anything with it, kicks it back out. Anderson gets it to Schmoll. Hintz on her, drives in the lane, takes a step in, no. Ernest tips it back out. That shot missed by Studeman, and we've got a loose ball foul on the Evergreens. And we've got a timeout on the court, and we'll take a timeout right along with them as it's SPASH Panthers 14, Everest Evergreens 4, 6:50 left before the half.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Stop into any of our locations at Auburndale, Marshfield, Withee, Greenwood, Roselleville, Stevens Point, and Wisconsin Rapids, and talk to our friendly personal bankers who are here to help you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, back here in Schofield as we see Alyssa Standifer up and under, and foul is going to be called. Everest fans didn't like that call. Foul is assessed to Danny Langseth. Langseth with her first. It's the Evergreens' 6th foul. Standifer hits the front end of her shooting free throw. She's now 1 for 3 from the line. Free throw attempt number 4 coming up. And is on its way now, and good for Standifer. Standifer now 3 for 4 shooting. We take a look over in Stratford. Girls basketball going on there. The Stratford Tigers up 14-10, 8.5 left before the half. Again, you can catch that game at ZaleskiSportsShow.com. Click Live Sports, and as I say, don't just watch one game, watch them all. We've got 3 going on right now. Easy to do. Grab a laptop, an iPad, a phone, a smart TV. Not a lot of people think of that either. You put on your YouTube app and your smart TV and let it rip. And then everybody gets to watch. And then you still got your phone or your iPad to watch another game. No charge for that tip. That one's free to you. 16-4, 6:13 left. Evergreens keep possession of the ball. Winoviak looked to spin in the lane, was denied. Kicked the ball back out and over to Studeman on the far wing. Dangerous pass coming across the free throw line. Evergreens keep possession here. Zarnek bounce pass to Schmoll, and again the Evergreens looking for Winoviak on the inside. And strategy here is just get the ball whipped around the perimeter, see if they can get Ernest out of position, who is keeping watch on Alexis Winoviak down low. Winoviak with 4 points. It's the only 4 points for the Evergreens so far tonight. Into Winoviak. They finally did get her open, and she gets it up and in as Ernest went to front Winoviak and mistimed it. Jumped for the ball, but the ball placed over Ernest's left hand, and nice job there by the Evergreens. Staying patient, waiting for that Winoviak matchup down low to come in, and Ernest right back at her down low, missed it, gets her own rebound, turns back up, and good. Leah Ernest. Perseverance, hustle. All those superlatives for number 40 in black. Winoviak to her left, but shot it up with her right hand. Schmoll on the ground as Ernest went the other way around her. Ernest backed into the lane, kicks it out to Rogan. Rogan not yet on the scoreboard here today. That shot off. Studeman with the board, got only Lummis in front of her. Nice step through by Studeman is good. Nice work there. Hannah Studeman's been to basketball camp a time or two. Rogan, corner 3, in and out. Ernest, rebound, up, no good. Fighting for the rebound, and we got 2 on the floor. We're going to have a SPASH ball here. And we've got a foul on the Evergreens. The foul is going to be on Schmoll, it appears, and it is. Schmoll's first, as she and Ernest were battling down low for the rebound. It was Schmoll who fell over the top of Ernest on the way back down, but it's her foul. Panthers now in the bonus. Ernest will go to the line for at least one. Up and good. Bonus free throw will be awarded. Ernest 2 for 2 from the line today. At 9 points, leads all scorers with those 9. Bonus free throws up and good, and looked every bit as good as the first 2 did. Those are pure free throws. It's a big 12-point lead here in Schofield. Panthers up 20-8. Just under 4 minutes to play. A nice shot there in the lane. Is good. Cuts the lead down to 10. It's 20-10. Ernest to the rack and good. That was Schmoll with her first bucket there just a moment ago. Mallory Schmoll, 5'7" senior Evergreen. As Schmoll with the ball now, works it back up top as, again, the Evergreens work the ball quickly around. Studeman, nice drive, and one! Hannah Studeman. Got 4 points. We'll go to the line for point number 5. As that foul was called on. See when they flash it up there. I thought I saw Hintz, but I don't think that was Hintz with the foul. Get you caught up on that here in just a moment as Studeman looks to complete her three-point play. High arcing free throw, no, off the front of the rim. Schmoll with the rebound, fought for underneath, and you're going to have a foul down low, and it looks like that foul will come on Haley Carlson. Don't know who that last foul was on. I think it was on Hintz. That's what I'm going to go with, but that foul there by Carlson is team 6 for the Panthers. Now both teams will shoot free throws for the rest of the first half. Jolise Pecor on the floor for the Panthers. She guards Fernstadt. Rogan on Studeman. Ernest all alone in the paint here as Winoviak waits weak side for the ball to be swung around. It is. A nice defense there by Carlson. And the ball out of bounds, last off of Olivia Fernstadt. And the Panther defense pays off. Get the turnover. Again, the Evergreen zone defense here as the Panthers look to find a spot in it. If they're not able to find that shooting spot, a drive. A dribble drive is one way to beat 3-2 defense, and we've seen that a few times already here tonight by the Panthers. Ernest, one of those that could do it, kicks it out to Lummis. Lummis left alone in the corner. Her three-point shot is long. Loose ball picked up by Minahan, actually fell right in her hands. 2:10 left in the half. Drive here by Studeman on Rogan. Rogan reached from behind, caught ball, but they're going to say caught body as well. It's going to be a foul on Rogan, and she's going to walk to the scores table with the official there and say it wasn't me. Studeman will go to the line for 2. Another high arcer. This one is up and good. Studeman, a lot of air on her free throw shot. Both teams now with 7 fouls in the first half. Fink in, Carlson out for the Panthers. Studeman 1 for 2 from the line today. This one is going to be just short and brought down by Pecor. Pecor turns it up the other way, sees 3 Evergreens in front of her. Stutter step, Pecor is up and in with the floater. That hesitation just outside the lane was just enough to give Pecor the outside lane to the basket there. Fast points for the Panthers. That ball thrown out of bounds, so we will go the other way with it. As turnovers begin to pile up here for the Evergreens tonight. Fink, 3 on the way, and just short as Fink will chase that down, but the ball lands on the out-of-bounds line and out of bounds, so the Evergreens will take up shop from there. Minute 13 left in the half. Skip pass all the way around. Corner was Minahan. She gets it back out right away as the Panther defense was going to collapse on her. Ernest, quick hands up top. Schmoll able to bring it back down. Schmoll drives, kicks it back out to Fernstadt. 3 on the way. Timber! Olivia Fernstadt. Just what the Evergreens needed here at the end. They bring the scoring margin down to single digits. They're down 8, 24-16, 38 seconds left. Rogan, loose ball, puts a shoulder down, dribbles around, and it's a travel on Madison Rogan. She didn't like it, but it was. She did travel. She moved that pivot foot, and she moved that pivot foot right after she put her left shoulder into the defender in the lane. Could have been called with a foul on it. Instead, it's a turnover. And the Evergreens now will have an opportunity to hold for the last shot. 20 seconds left here in the half. Open briefly there was Minahan. She didn't take the shot. Passed all the way down to Studeman, down low and good. Hannah Studeman hits. 10 seconds left now for the Panthers. Rogan looks up at the clock. Pecor with it, launches from 20 feet. No, that's short. Evergreens now will launch Schmoll from beyond half court. It would have been good if it went off the backboard and the rim. A furious pace there at the end. The Evergreens able to get 2 shots off in the last 18 seconds. One able to go in, and that brings the deficit down to just 6 as the Evergreens claw back into this one. It's the SPASH Panthers 24, the DC Everest Evergreens 18. We'll be back with first half stats after this.
UW-Stevens Point is home. It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW-Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
Check out Clemmy Sales, located at 125 North 2nd Avenue in Stratford. For over a century, Clemmy Sales has been your #1 trusted Chevrolet dealership. From beginning to end in your car buying process, Clemmy will treat you like family each and every visit. Head on down to Clemmy Sales today to check out all their inventory, including the all-new 2019 Chevy Silverado. Clemmy Sales, proud supporters of local high school athletics.
Just a short drive from Marshfield, Chili Implement is your local headquarters for snow removal equipment for your home or business. Take advantage of 0% financing on select make and models. See store for details. The friendly staff at Chili Implement is there to help equip you this season for whatever snow removal needs you may have. Just 10 miles west of Marshfield, Chili Implement, an authorized dealer for Kubota, is located north of Highway 10 on County Road Y in Chili.
Are you a veteran looking to buy a new home or lower your existing mortgage payment?
At Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, we understand the sacrifices you made in serving our country. We believe it's our turn to serve you and your family.
We'll show you how to take advantage of your VA home loan benefit. At Fairway, we can finance up to 100% on the home you intend to purchase or refinance.
At Fairway, we'd be honored to help you with your financing. Stop in at one of our offices or give us a call today.
All right, back here in Schofield as we are at DC Everest High School, here, home of DC Everest Evergreens. And as Wisconsin Valley Conference basketball and the SPASH Panthers, the visiting SPASH Panthers, lead the Everest Evergreens 24-18 here at the half. We'll start with those visiting SPASH Panthers, and leading all scorers here tonight is Leah Ernest with 12 points, Kaylee Hintz with 6, Alyssa Standifer with 3, Jolise Pecor with 2 and Rachel Lummis with 1 for the Panthers. For the home Evergreens, and leading DC Everest in scoring is Hannah Studeman with 7, the sophomore. Leads the Evergreens with 7 points. Alexis Wanoviak with 6. Olivia Fernstadt with 3. And Mallory Schmoll with 2 points for the Evergreens, making up their 18. Again, it looked like blowout city was underway here for the SPASH Panthers. They had led by as many as 12, but a furious rally at the end, including 2 shots with less than 20 seconds to go in the first half. Plus the last 4 minutes, the Evergreens really controlled the last 4 minutes of the game, I thought anyway. SPASH, foul-prone SPASH Panthers kind of shot themselves in the foot a couple times with those fouls. A turnover, what could have been a Rogan charge that turned into a travel, just those type of things, and the Evergreens took advantage. Not only did those Panther things happen, but the Evergreens then took advantage, scoring on the other end, and it was Hannah Studeman coming down the stretch. She scored 5 points in the last 6 minutes of play here at home. So again, it is halftime here in Schofield. It is the SPASH Panthers 24, the Everest Evergreens 18, and again, we've got other games around the area. We'll take a look in now over in Loyal as the home Loyal Greyhounds hosting the Neillsville Warriors boys basketball, and it's the Warriors, Neillsville up 14-9 over the Loyal Greyhounds. Also got doubleheader going on up in Stratford, and we are at a halftime, or just about halftime there, as Stratford unable to score at the buzzer, but the Stratford Tigers leading Phillips 33-23. The Stratford boys won the front end of that boys-girls doubleheader up there in Stratford, and it was Loyal beating Marathon in girls basketball on the front end of that strange doubleheader over there in Loyal today, as Loyal girls hosted Marathon. Now the Loyal boys hosting Neillsville, and those girls playing a makeup game against the Marathon Red Raiders. Again, here in Schofield, it is the SPASH Panthers over the DC Everest Evergreens 24-18. Second half basketball coming up next.
2019 is all about change in the Chevy lineup, and that change starts today with the all-new 2019 Chevy Blazer. Let's take an inside look at this amazing new SUV. With a range of interior and exterior options, there's a Blazer fit for you. Come on down to Wheeler's Family Auto Group and see the all-new 2019 Chevy Blazer.
almost 50 years, Abbey has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
At Citizen State Bank of Loyal, we build relationships with our customers. It takes handshakes and continued conversations and commitment to withstand the test of time. Whether it's in ag loans or personal banking, we respond with flexibility, creativity, and a commitment to serve those needs and by extension to our communities. Stop by or call any of our 5 convenient locations to find out what Citizen State Bank of Loyal can do for you.
Choose Custom Heating and Cooling for all your HVAC needs. For years, we have been providing the highest level of home comfort products for central Wisconsin. Our philosophy is simple. Our clients are our most important assets, and to protect them, we use the best service and equipment available. 24-hour service is ready for you now. Visit us at customheating.org or Custom Heating on Facebook. Choose Custom Heating and Cooling.
Door Pro of Stratford has been your local source for garage and overhead doors since 2003. Door Pro can custom design your door solutions, or you can use their online tools at doorprollc.com to see what a new garage door could do to improve your home. Door Pro of Stratford, call them at 715-384-7978. Door Pro of Stratford, proud to support local athletes and their teams.
All right, back here in Schofield again as we get ready here for second half basketball, and it's the DC Everest Evergreens trailing the visiting SPASH Panthers 24-18. Other scores around the state: Menominee over River Falls 24-23. That is girls basketball being played out in River Falls High School. Guess I better say that too. And again, you can go to ZaleskiSportsShow.com, click Live Sports. Check out any of these other games we've got going on. I haven't given you a score out in Loyal, I don't think, of boys basketball here in a bit. We'll see if we can catch up on those. And it is the Loyal Greyhounds over the Neillsville Warriors, 15-14. 5:40 left in the first half. And with a Josiah catcher-made free throw, the Neillsville Warriors just tied that game at 15 all. And the Stratford Tigers girls basketball on the back end of a boys-girls doubleheader. The girls just went to halftime up over Phillips. I believe that was about a 10-point margin as they're at commercial right now. And then this game we have right here. So again, I say watch them all. Find a smart TV, put one of them on the YouTube app on the smart TV, get an iPad, a phone, a computer, your dog's iPad, I don't know. Find one, get them all up there. So second half underway, and it is underway with the jump ball. And the jump ball goes to Everest. We see our band exiting stage left here in front of us. And again, the band has been off all week here too, as again school was canceled across the area every day this week up until today. And what better day to come back to school than a Friday? That's not bad living. Band leaves. Things get awfully quiet around here. Have to spice things up here maybe with a evergreen basket. Nice cut drive in the lane there by Fernstadt, but Ernest taps that ball out of bounds. And Ernest leading all scorers here with 12 points tonight. Second half just underway here at DC Everest Senior High School. Schmoll looked at one in the corner. Turned away. She turned away. Kaylee Hintz ran the other way. Schmoll man able to go up with that, but didn't, as just mistimed what she had in her mind there. And a long possession here for the Evergreens to start things in the first half. Schmoll finds an opening in the lane, had daylight, but missed the shot off of Ernest. Ernest somehow able to keep it in as she tiptoed down the line. Rogan up ahead, gets it back to Ernest. Ernest lines up a three, in and out. And loose ball comes down to Anderson. Looked like the Panthers might have had something cooking there, but Ernest couldn't bury the shot coming back down the other way. As Schmoll and Rogan fight for it, and no foul call. A lot of contact down there. Rogan ends up on the ground.
But it's just a dead ball out of bounds to the Evergreens, and Gabby Anderson will bring it in for DC Everest. Rogan tipped it on its way through, and Standifer and Fernstad battle for it. And we've got our second jump ball of the second half, and this one goes back the way of the SPASH Panthers. No score here in the second half. We're 2 minutes into the half, and no points on the board for either team. Coach Bolus in the pregame show said he wanted a low-scoring game. He's got one. As the Rogan shot goes long, rebound brought down by Fernstad, but Coach Bolus wanted a low-scoring game. He says we average in the 50s. If we can get our 50 and keep the Panthers from the regular, what he called 80 points. As we got a loose ball down low, brought up by Wanowiak. Wanowiak passes all the way over to Anderson, drives on Rogan, passed right back into Wanowiak. A nice play there as Wanowiak gets the Evergreens on the board. But a beautiful pass there and made all that happen. Ernest lines up a 16-footer off the front of the rim, no. Rebound brought down by Lummis. Lummis turns, bounce pass to Ernest. Panthers will reset. Ball off the back heel of Wanowiak, and we've got a travel by Standifer as she got in lane and got a little bit lost down there. And again, Coach Bolus told us in that pregame show he wanted a low-scoring game. He figured his team could probably squeeze out 50 tonight if they can keep the Panthers to what he said was their average of 80, down in that 50 range, that they got a chance. Well, they've got a chance here, according to his math. And it looks like, according to my math, they do. It's a 4-point game, and Evergreens with the ball, looking to cut into that 4-point Panther lead. Something else of note here, I'll just say it out loud now in case it becomes something later, as Anderson drives on Rogan. Right-hand shot, no. But Panthers came out of the locker room pretty quickly in halftime. The Evergreens didn't come out until about a minute left before halftime was out. And Coach Bolus perhaps coaching up his squad there a bit. And Coach Terpstra maybe just happy with what he saw and let his girls loose back on the court. Wanowiak blocked the shot from behind on Lummis, and it's Rogan that touched the ball last as her and Schmoll battled on the near baseline with it. And again, it's just conjecture here on my part to say why the SPASH Panthers took only about 4 minutes in locker room at halftime, and the Evergreens took nearly all of the 10 allotted or allowed minutes. Whatever it was, it's advantage Evergreens right now as they've outscored the Panthers 6-0 here in the first half. Skip pass all the way over to Wanowiak, left alone, battled with on Ernest, and second chance points. Alexis Wanowiak gets her 8th point, and it's a 2-point game here in Schofield. Lummis, 3 on the way, long rebound went up for by Ernest, and it was off of Ernest's hand last, as it looked like it might have been Schmoll hitting it from behind. And the Evergreens now with a chance to tie or take the lead here for the first time today. Again, we talked about seeds and postseason and all these kind of things, and we focused on the Panthers. And could they get a 2? Would they maybe have a 3? Wanowiak wheels in the lane and good. Tie game. And with that tie game, all that talk about seeds is useless here. Because if the Panthers drop this one, you could probably kiss any of those good seeds goodbye. And we will bid you a farewell here as we go to commercial. It is tied here in Schofield, 24-all.
Phelps' Dairy Store, located just southeast of Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point, has fresh cheese curds 7 days a week. Phelps' has a vast selection of cheeses and meats, including the popular potato wurst. Fresh milk pumped daily from 700 cows and farm tours available. See Phelps' Dairy Store in person or visit us at phelpsdairystore.com. Phelps' Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
All right, back here in Schofield, and it is a DC Everest 8-0 run to start the second half, and we are all knotted up at 54. Quite a turn of events here as, again, we come down to the court here at the pregame show thinking, you know, again, SPASH had won back on January 4th, 77-54, and, you know, the Panthers probably just gotta roll out here, do their thing, and take care of the Evergreens, but the Evergreens have other ideas here as they look to take the lead for the first time today. Entry pass into Schmoll. Lummis on her. Schmoll turns and fires. No. Ernest up with the rebound. Ernest quickly down the court. Passes in the corner. Rogan. Rogan dribbles baseline around Wanoviak. Right hand is up. No. Rogan rebound. Second chance here for the Panthers. As Rogan able to get her own offensive rebound. Ernest passes back to her. Wanoviak still on her. Ernest in the lane. Spins back around. Wanoviak still out here on the outside of this 3-2 zone. Put on by the Evergreens. Ernest spins in the lane. Right hand is up. No. Rebound brought down by Schmoll. And again, the Evergreens will head down the court with a chance to take the lead here tonight. Be their first lead if they get it. We're tied here at 24. Panthers have yet to score in the second half. Anderson with it. Gets it over to Studeman. Studeman, entry pass to Wanoviak. Dribbles, looks up at Ernest. Up and over. Too strong, but fouled on the play, and Wanoviak will head to the line for two. Wanoviak with 12 points on the night. Free throws up and good, and the Evergreens are in the lead with 11:48 left to go in the game. Second free throw from Wanoviak. Rattles in and good, and the Evergreens are up now by 2. It's 26-24. Now it's, my apologies, I said before 8-0 run. Now it's an 8-0 run. Pecor looks to put an end to it. Her three, though, is short. Loose ball picked up by Wanoviak. And Wanoviak has all 8 of the first half points here, or second half points for the Evergreens. So it's a Alexis Wanoviak, DC Everest 8-0 run here to start things in the second half. And I say to start things, but we're 6:40 off of the second half clock. Another entry pass nicely done to Wanoviak, but she may have traveled and did as she got her feet tangled up just a bit as she beat Ernest to the spot. And it's a travel. Ball turned back over to the Panthers, who are now down by 2. We've done a handful of games here for the SPASH Panthers this year, and I don't know that I've said down by very much when then I say SPASH Panthers. After that, that shot by Carlson, or Zoe Fink, is short. Wanoviak with the rebound. Alexis Wanoviak doing it all here in the second half. Schmoll with Lummis on her, kicks it back out to Anderson. Anderson swings it around to Minahan, back to Anderson again. These Evergreens look to feed Wanoviak on the inside. And they will swing that ball side to side on the court, trying to find that opening. And there's Wanoviak, a little bunny in the middle, and it's good for Alexis Wanoviak. And the Evergreens extend their lead by 4. Coach Terpstra pacing in front of his SPASH Panther bench, looking for an answer here in the second half. As Pecor dribbles, almost traveled. Didn't. She did keep that foot down, but near travel there as Fink will let a 3 loose. Timber! Zoe Fink breaks the stretch and scores after 8 minutes of being held off the clock. One-point game here. Everest with the ball and the 1-point lead. SPASH, though, held scoreless for the first 8 minutes of the second half until Zoe Fink hit that 3 just a moment ago. And we're going to have a foul on Lummis as she was harassing Schmoll. Third foul for Lummis here today. The second foul of the half for the Panthers. Been a relatively clean game here, but we've got a timeout. DC Everest here will take a timeout with 9:35 left in the half. It's Everest ball, and they're up by 1 when we come back.
At Citizen State Bank of Loyal, we build relationships with our customers. It takes handshakes and continued conversations and commitment to withstand the test of time. Whether it's in ag loans or personal banking, we respond with flexibility, creativity, and a commitment to serve those needs and by extension to our communities. Stop by or call any of our 5 convenient locations to find out what Citizen State Bank of Loyal can do for you.
Choose Custom Heating and Cooling for all your HVAC needs. For years, we have been providing the highest level of home comfort products for central Wisconsin. Our philosophy is simple. Our clients are our most important assets, and to protect them, we use the best service and equipment available. 24-hour service is ready for you now. Visit us at customheating.org or Custom Heating on Facebook. Choose Custom Heating and Cooling.
Back here in Schofield, and the Evergreens with the ball. Schmoll looks in at a half-court trap here as the Panthers have fallen back into a zone defense here as they look to give Ernest some help down low against Wanowiak. In the lane, though, with a floater is Hannah Studeman. Studeman scores for the first time in the second half. Evergreens up by 3. I mentioned before that timeout, it's not been very often this year as Ernest unleashes a 3. That's off the front of the rim. No. Rogan fights for the rebound. And a quick jump ball is called. It'll go the way of the Evergreens. Before that timeout, I was remarking on some of these, just a handful of games that we've called here for SPASH Panthers girls basketball this year. Not very often I've said SPASH down by. The last time I can remember that was against Marshall, who at that time was the #1 team in Division 3. And the Panthers were down by about 10 with 8 minutes left, and it was an outright offensive onslaught by the Panthers. They came roaring back, and I think they ended up winning by about 8 in that one. I can check my stats on that later, but it was about the last time I remember saying SPASH down by during a broadcast, but they're down by 3 right now. Evergreens with the ball. Studeman with it. Fink on her, and Ernest able to intercept that pass. As they go the other way, Leah Ernest up ahead to Standifer. Standifer, though, was a bit too strong. Coach Terpstra wanted a foul. He called for an and one. He didn't get it. 8 minutes left in the game, under 8 minutes now. The Evergreens now stay patient on offense. Coach Bullis got that low-scoring game he wanted. See if his Evergreens are able to make do here and cash that check that Coach Bullis asked for. He said, keep it a low-scoring game, we got a chance. So they've got one here. Wanowiak rolled around Ernest, up and too strong. Schmoll up and in, and Mallory Schmoll. She scores for the first time in the second half, and the Evergreens build to a 5-point lead. Rogan in the lane, and she's tripped on her way through. It's going to be a foul on the floor, and the Panthers will inbound. Ernest will do that from baseline on the far side of the court. Ernest in. Rogan left alone for 3 on the way. Timber! Madison Rogan. Rogan with her first points of the night, and they couldn't come at a more critical point as the Evergreens had built their lead to 5. Now that 3 cuts it to 2. Still, Everest with the lead and the ball. Studeman with it. Passes out here to Fernstad. Almost lost out of bounds. Brought it back in. Schmoll with Lummis on her. Ernest fronting Wanowiak. 3 on the way, and just a bit too strong for Fernstad. Ernest, 1v2, and throws it up as she had contact in the lane, stopped her dribble, kept her feet moving. Yeah, I don't know if she was bailed up by the foul, but I've seen that called a travel before. This is called a blocking foul, and Ernest will go to the line for 2. As the Evergreen defender was moving, Ernest, though, had stopped her dribble. Panthers down by 2. Ernest can tie the game here with both made free throws. Gets the first one to go. 10 points in the second half for Everest Alexis Wanowiak. She's got 16 points here tonight. But 10 of those points coming here in the second half. Wanowiak went on a solo 8-0 run to start the second half, catapulting her Evergreens to the lead. Game is now tied. Madison Rogan hit a 3 on the last possession. Or second to last possession. This next one we just saw was Ernest canning 2 free throws, and we're back tied here at 32, 6:45 left. Schmoll with Rogan on her. Contact and a travel as Schmoll came to a jump stop, and the ball landed in the chest of Madison Rogan. Schmoll landed on the ground, and a travel is the call on the Evergreens. Coach Bullis asking for a little bit more explanation. He's getting some explanation now. He wants to know more. Coach Bullis wants to know more. The referee said, we're done talking about it. Coach Bullis is going to walk with him step for step here, coming down the other way, and the referee said, all right, that's enough. We're going to play basketball now. Tie game, 32-all. Hintz, 3 was short. Hintz gets a run rebound. Wanoviak rips it away, and another quick whistle on the jump ball. That was back-to-back quick jump ball whistles. Looked like Wanoviak had secured that ball, as that ball was not tied up for longer than a second. But a quick jump ball called there, and the Panthers able to keep the ball here after what looked like a Wanoviak steal. Ernest into Fink. Fink skips it all the way over to Rogan. Ernest steps out. She's got options as that zone defense now with a little bit larger passing lanes in it as Rogan's shot rolls off. No, so the Panthers had 2 chances in that possession, not able to score on either. Tie game, we're tied at 32, and we are going to have a DC Everest timeout. It's a full timeout with 5:48 here in this game, and it's a good one, folks. It's 32-all. We'll be back.
Check out Clemmy Sales, located at 125 North 2nd Avenue in Stratford. For over a century, Clemmy Sales has been your #1 trusted Chevrolet dealership. From beginning to end in your car buying process, Clemmy will treat you like family each and every visit. Head on down to Clemmy Sales today to check out all their inventory, including the all-new 2019 Chevy Silverado. Clemmy Sales, proud supporters of local high school athletics. Are you looking for a daycare close to Auburndale? Little Sprouts Learning Garden Daycare, located at 10564 North School Road, has a convenient location right next to Auburndale schools. When you bring your children to Little Sprouts, you know that you're leaving them in good hands. With a capacity of 50 children, this daycare is open to all children from 6 weeks to 12 years. Conveniently open from 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, Little Sprouts Learning Garden in Auburndale is your family-friendly daycare.
All right, again, back here in Schofield, it's been an interesting game here as the SPASH Panthers took a 6-point lead to the locker room, but saw that lead evaporate after 8 scoreless minutes of the second half. At one point, the Evergreens led by as many as 5. That was about 3 clock minutes ago. We're tied now at 32. Talked to both coaches in the pregame show about this long layoff. Neither team has played a game in a while. They haven't practiced all week. And maybe some of that's showing through here now in this low-scoring contest. Schmoll with it. And Ernest is going to be called for the foul as she challenged the shot of Alexis Wanoviak. And Wanoviak's going to go to the line for 2 more. She's hit both of her free throws here in this game tonight. The Panthers haven't played since January 25th. For good calendar keeping. Today's February 1st. It's been a week since they've played a game, as that one goes in and out, and same details for the Evergreens. It's been a week since they've played a game, so you would figure that to be just about even. Maybe the only difference maker is a home game here for the Evergreens, as both free throws missed by Wanoviak. Game remains tied at 32. A lot of missed shots here by both teams tonight, both teams with chances. So we come down the stretch with 5:20 left. Lummis on the drive, cut off there by Wanoviak. Able to get it back out to Ernest. Ernest in the lane, shoots, scores! Ernest breaks the tie and puts her Panthers back in the lead. And if you were to try to figure who was going to put the Panthers back in the lead, I would say Ernest, a leading candidate in that quiz contest. That shot by Wanoviak too strong, as she had to shoot over the outstretched arms of Ernest. Ernest with Studeman on her, gets it over to Rogan. Rogan has Fernstedt on her. Ernest slips it around the inside. And we've got another jump ball called as Ernest hits the deck as her and Wanowiak tangled up, and we've had a series of jump balls here in the last few minutes. All of them curious. So, Evergreen's now with the ball, down by 2. Back and forth we go here at DC Everest Senior High School. Wisconsin Valley Conference basketball. We've got more Valley Conference basketball coming up tomorrow in Marshfield as the girls in Marshfield take on these same DC Everest Evergreens. The Evergreens may be spent by the time they get to Marshfield tomorrow. Tip is at 3:30. Catch that one live right here, ZaleskiSportsShow.com. Click Live Sports. Schmoll in the lane, wheels around to her left, ball off of her knee and off of Schmoll last, out of bounds, turnover Evergreens. 4:04 left in the game. Make sure to stay tuned to the post-game show. We will talk to the winning coach of tonight's game and a Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player to be named, but right now, no certainty on anything right now as who any of that's going to be. Ernest got stopped in the lane, kicks it out to Hintz. 3 on the way is long. A rebound brought down by Anderson. Anderson's going to bring it up. She holds up the play in her hand. Her Evergreen teammates go in position. Skip pass over to Studeman. Studeman, 3 on the way, is in and out. It rimmed in and out. Lummis with the rebound. Evergreen fans looking to go wild if that shot was going to be in. Rogan in the lane and good as Madison Rogan drives right down the heart of the Evergreen defense. And the Panthers now up by 4 with 3:20 left. We'll be back for the final stretch run after this.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW-Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
It's the Zaleski Sports On Focus Game of the Week here in Schofield as DC Everest and SPASH locked up in a good one here in Wisconsin Valley Conference action. We look over in Cloverbelt boys basketball right now. Another good one is developed over in Loyal as the Neilsville Warriors and the home Loyal Greyhounds are in a 1-point game with 14 minutes left to go there. And also girls basketball up in the Merriwood Conference. It's the Stratford Tigers leading Phillips. We'll get a score here for you in just a moment, but all these games available over at ZaleskiSportsShow.com. Click Live Sports and watch them all. Pass all the way down to Minahan. Minahan's going to bring it back out. It's a full timeout there taken by Coach Terpstra and his Panthers. Drive cut off there by Rogan. Studeman gets it back out to Anderson. Schmoll here to Minahan. Minahan Hintz harassing her. Gets it back over to Schmoll. Studeman in the corner. Evergreen's probing here. Studeman with the drive. Stops. Pops. Good. Hannah Studeman with 11 points on the night, and we're back to a 2-point game. Into Ernest. Ernest brings it up. Pumps once, twice. Up and in for Leah Ernest. 6 points in the second half for Ernest, 18 for the game. And as promised up in Stratford, it's Stratford over Phillips, 48-36, 6.5 left to go in that Merriwood Conference game. As Standifer went for the steal, Rogan rolls it over, and Lummis able to scoop it up. So the Panthers up by 4, looking to increase their lead. Evergreen defense needs to buckle down right now as we come under 2 minutes left here to play. Rogan with it. Terpstra got his Panthers down to just about a snail's pace now in this possession. And Anderson harassed Rogan and harassed just a bit too much. She'll be called with the foul. Neither team in any foul trouble, as both teams with just 3 fouls in the half. See what Coach Bolus opts to do here. If he wants to get these Panthers to the line quickly here, as time begins to spin away. There's 1:38 and counting left here in the game. Anderson picks up Rogan full court. Rogan dribbles it back out. She's in no hurry to make any move, and we'll have another quick foul. And it looks like Bolus going to try to play a free throw game here, but he's going to need three more fouls, as these Evergreens just have 4 on the half, and he's going to sub out Anderson, who picked up the last 2, bring in a fresh Olivia Fernstedt. Look for number 2 Fernstedt to be active, or number 2, yeah, Fernstedt to be active here, as the Evergreens need to get the Panthers to the line, I believe is what Bolus' strategy is going to be. Ernest dribbles it up here to Rogan, and there's the foul. So that was foul number 5. Everest still has a free one to give here before they're going to send the Panthers to the line. Rogan takes it in the backcourt. Precious seconds, though, being ticked off as this foul game has ensued, but Rogan loses the ball. Turned over to Fernstedt. Fernstedt is fouled from behind. Rogan turns around and says, "What did you expect me to do?" But it's a foul on Rogan. But it's not a shooting foul, so the Evergreens will inbound, but more importantly, it's a turnover, and Evergreens need the ball, and they needed it badly, down by 4, and they've got it now with 1:13 left in the game. So Coach Bolus calls a timeout. We'll keep it right here as Coach Bolus avoids the 5-second call down low there. It looked like Evergreens are perilously close to getting that 5 seconds and turning the ball right back over to the Panthers. Coach Bolus alertly calls the timeout. That'll allow us to reset here and catch our breath here just a bit. It's a low-scoring game, but it's an exciting, tight game here, 38-34. Both teams playing hard here in the second half. Again, it was a SPASH 8-minute scoreless streak that put the Evergreens up with 11:48 to go in the half. They had their first lead in the game. We were still tied at the 6:45 mark before the Panthers were able to recapture the lead. They've been in the lead since then, but never by more than 4. They're up by 2 now. They're up by 4 now. Evergreens looking to cut that lead, perhaps down to 2, as possibly as little as 1 here on this possession. Inbound to Wojnowski. Spins, or Wanowiak spins, no good. Rogan looks at a half-court trap here, and she's going to pick up a foul. Schmoll will get tagged with the foul, and that will be the last free foul of the half. So from now on, Panthers will shoot free throws. And that's likely what Coach Bolus was aiming for just about a minute and a half ago. About 2.5 minutes left, he looked up at the scoreboard and saw time slipping away, and then he saw his team only had 2 team fouls, nowhere near the bonus. And needing a card to play, Coach Bolus found one here, and he's going to try to send the Panthers to the free throw line and get extra possessions for his Evergreens, as Rogan, she's got good handles, able to get the ball around, and Anderson's going to get charged with the blocking foul, and Rogan will go to the line. Madison just with 5 points here tonight. But in a low-scoring game, you would figure that all players would be below their average. And Ernest averages almost 30 points a game. She's got 18. So Rogan will go to the line for the bonus. First one is up and no good. Rebound, battled for, fought for all the way to the bitter end. 2 girls on the floor. No call being made. A call is finally made, and it's Evergreen's ball. Both players were coming straight at us out of bounds. Tough to see where the ball last one off, but it's ruled it last one off a SPASH Panther. And the Evergreens and Coach Bolus use that free throw strategy and make good on it, at least this first time, as again, they're still down by 4. 45 seconds left. Passed all the way around to Schmoll. Lets a 3 fly off the back of the rim. No. Lummis with the rebound. Crucial rebound there by Rachel Lummis. And 38 seconds left, and Lummis is going to go to the line for a free throw. Lummis 1 point on the night. She's 1 for 2 from the free throw line. That free throw she made was actually the first point scored here tonight. See if Lummis can bookend this with perhaps the last points scored tonight. Free throw is up and good. Lummis gets her bonus free throw and gets her SPASH Panthers a 5-point lead. It's up and good, rattles it in. Evergreens now in a big hurry to get down the court. Schmoll with it. 30 seconds to go in the game. Bounce pass in the lane. Hands off back to Schmoll. Schmoll with the shot, no. Loose ball come down to Studeman. Studeman right back up, no. Studeman picks up the loose change. 20 seconds left here in the half. A 3 from Minahan is good! Minahan for 3. Cuts the lead in half. It's a 3-point game with 18 seconds left here to go, and it's a full timeout. So we're going to take a timeout right along with them. Again, it's SPASH 40, Everest 37, 18 seconds left in the game. We'll be back.
Are you a veteran looking to buy a new home or lower your existing mortgage payment?
At Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, we understand the sacrifices you made in serving our country. We believe it's our turn to serve you and your family.
We'll show you how to take advantage of your VA home loan benefit. At Fairway, we can finance up to 100% on the home you intend to purchase or refinance.
At Fairway, we'd be honored to help you with your financing. Stop in at one of our offices or give us a call today.
All right, back here at DC Everest Senior High School, it's the SPASH Panthers up 40-37 on the road here against the Evergreens. Again, we talked about this a lot during the game, but we talked in the pregame, especially to Coach Terpstra, about seeding, as each team here has about 4 games left on their schedule, just a handful of conference games, and to win the Wisconsin Valley Conference is going to come in handy when you go to the seed meeting. But a trip up here against DC Everest could put a alternate route in those plans for the Panthers, as after this they will play the 2-7 Merrill Blue Jays and the 0-8 Wausau East Lumberjacks. So you would figure wins there for the Panthers, but a loss here, and that last game against Wausau West on their schedule back at home would be for the conference championship and probably for nothing more than a 5 seed. But a win here, and Panthers perhaps would be primed for a 2 or a 3 seed, setting the stage for a deep playoff run perhaps here in the postseason. But we've got things to figure out here tonight as the foul comes in just a second off the clock in that transaction. Standifer heads to the line and gets the first one up and in. 4 points on the night for Standifer. Bonus free throw now coming for Standifer, and again it's a 4-point SPASH lead. 2-possession lead. That first free throw certainly was important there. This one here widens the gap to 5, so back to a 5-point game. 15 seconds to go. Evergreens need to hurry. They need to go faster than what they're going right now. 10 seconds. 3 on the way by Minahan, off the front of the rim. No, Ernest with the rebound, and Ernest going to head down the other side of the court and look to seal the game here for the Panthers with 5.2 seconds left. Again, make sure to stay tuned to the postgame show. We will talk to SPASH Panther head coach Craig Terpstra, and we will talk to his Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player of the game to be determined. Got a couple in mind here. A low-scoring game. I'd say they're all eligible, probably all worthy. Everybody's played hard out there tonight on both ends. But Ernest calmly sinks her free throw. She's a 6 for 6. Perfect 6 for 6 free throw shooting tonight was Ernest. And free throw number 7 is up and away and rolls just off as Ernest took another look at the basket. 2-1, and three-pointer is up and no good, and the SPASH Panthers will come away with, that's about the headline I could write there, as they come away with a road win here at Everest, 43-37. And again, make sure to stay tuned to the post-game show. We'll go down and talk to Coach Craig Terpstra of the SPASH Panthers. We'll also talk to a Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player to be named. All that coming up and more after this.
"2019 is all about change in the Chevy lineup, and that change starts today with the all-new 2019 Chevy Blazer. Let's take an inside look at this amazing new SUV. With a range of interior and exterior options, there's a Blazer fit for you. Come on down to Wheeler's Family Auto Group and see the all-new 2019 Chevy Blazer.
Stop into any of our locations at Auburndale, Marshfield, Withee, Greenwood, Roselleville, Stevens Point, and Wisconsin Rapids, and talk to our friendly personal bankers who are here to help you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, we will get your stats here for both teams. Again, in a Wisconsin Valley Conference game that was nip and tuck through the second half, really made possible by a 8-minute scoring deficit, scoreless streak, as the Panthers came out. The first 8 minutes didn't score a point and brought the Evergreens right back into this one, but SPASH able to come away with the 43-37 win for the home Evergreens, leading the Evergreens in scoring tonight. Alexis Wanoviak with 16, Hannah Studeman with 11, Olivia Fernstadt and Zoe Minahan each with 3. Mallory Schmoll had 4 for the Panthers, and leading all scorers, Leah Ernest with 20. Kaylee Hintz with 6. Madison Rogan and Alyssa Standifer each with 5. Rachel Lummis and Zoe Fink each with 3. Jolise Pecor had 2. And it was, to what I could best obtain here, that both Lummis and Standifer combined 8 for 10 from the free throw line, and in a 6-point scoring game. That 8 for 10 free throw shooting, definitely solid. The Panthers shot solid from the free throw line altogether. Again, Ernest was 6 for 7, and just a tremendous free throw shooting effort here. As a team, they were 14 of 17 from the free throw line, and all the difference in the game from the free throw line. We will step aside here for another commercial break, and we will be back with SPASH Panther head coach Craig Terpstra after this.
At Citizen State Bank of Loyal, we build relationships with our customers. It takes handshakes and continued conversations and commitment to withstand the test of time. Whether it's in ag loans or personal banking, we respond with flexibility, creativity, and a commitment to serve those needs, and by extension to our communities. Stop by or call any of our 5 convenient locations to find out what Citizen State Bank of Loyal can do for you.
Back here at DC Everest Senior High School in Schofield, Wisconsin. We are post-game here. We're waiting for SPASH Panther head coach Craig Terpstra. Craig will be coming out here to join us in just a minute, but again, we'll take you through tonight's stats and some of the moments of the game. But for me, really one of the story tonight, the SPASH Panthers come out of halftime, held scoreless for 8 minutes. They not only do they lose their 6-point halftime lead, but they really fell behind and really were listless for quite a while. Eventually did tie the game back with 6:45 left to go. But by that time, the game was close, and we talked about upset alert and who do we tell and who are we notifying? But man, it was a Wisconsin Valley Conference battle here. It was a brawl right out here at DC Everest High School, and again, it was really Leah Ernest and Alexis. Make sure we get everybody's name right here. Alexis Wanoviak going at it down low, really for the duration of tonight's game, and free throw shooting in the end is what was able to put the Panthers over the top. 14 of 17 free throw shooting for the SPASH Panthers tonight. We're going to talk to Coach Terpstra about that. We'll also talk to our Zaleski Sports Show highlight players of the game. We'll talk to Rachel Lummis and Alyssa Standifer. Those two were combined 8 for 10 shooting tonight from the free throw line. And in a 6-point game, when you're able to go 8 for 10 as a duo like that, and again 14 for 17 overall, a big reason why that 6-point margin was on the SPASH side of things rather than the DC Everest side of things. So again, we'll step aside here just temporarily. We'll have Coach Terpstra next to me. That's the plan anyway. We'll have Coach Terpstra next to me after we return. We'll be right back.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, has fresh cheese curds made daily, along with cheese and sausage trays for your next gathering. Nasonville Dairy is home to over 24 cheese varieties. 1.5 million pounds of milk daily gives you cheddar, feta, Colby, and even blue marble jack. Shop in the store or online at NasonvilleDairy.com. Nasonville Dairy, a family tradition of quality.
All right, we're back here post-game with Coach Craig Terpstra, SPASH Panther head coach. Coach, you came out of the second half. It looked like things were going pretty well. I thought compared to the other side, you may not have noticed, but maybe more of an abbreviated stay in the locker room during halftime. And then you started out the second half scoreless for the first 8 minutes. What was going through your mind at that point?
I don't know what to tell you. I thought we had some good shots. We just didn't knock them down. And then I think we panicked a little bit, lost our composure a little bit, but I give the kids credit. They fought through it and then, hit some big shots and then free throws down the end.
Yeah, and the free throws, to me, that was pretty much the story of the game. Free throw shooting, by my accounting, you were 14 of 17 from the line tonight. In a 6-point game, that had to be everything for your team tonight.
Yeah. I mean, especially when, they were putting us on the line. Coming through there was a key of the game. I thought we got some good defensive stops late too, forced some tough shots and rebounded. So we played good defense when we needed to.
Talked to Coach Bolus in the pregame right after we were through talking to you. He had asked for a low-scoring game. He wanted to keep you under 50. Well, he did that, but in a low-scoring game, you came out on top. Just talked about playing in this kind of a low-scoring compared to your season average, a little bit unnatural type of feel to the game for you and the Panthers.
They did an excellent job of creating tempo. They had some really long possessions. They did a nice job of just slowing the game down. So I give them all the credit for that.
And then we talked, you and I did in pregame, coming up, you've got Merrill at 2-7, you got Wausau East at 0-8. So what do you need to do to kind of ratchet up from tonight and really finish strong here in the regular season?
Well, it'll be nice to get some practice in Monday and Tuesday, and hopefully shoot better, play some better defense, kind of shore that up. But just worry about Merrill on Thursday, see what happens there, and then and then go to Wausau and give it our best there.
Coach, 43-37 tonight. I know we'll see you again before the end of the regular season. Good luck until then.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach, for stopping by. We appreciate that. And I know we've got our players of the game coming around here somewhere as we take a look around. Trevor, go ahead and we'll roll a quick commercial here. Again, we thank Coach Terpstra for stopping by. 43-37. We're waiting for Rachel Lummis and Alyssa Standifer to come join us here at center court. They are our players of the game. We'll be right back with them after this.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We are done. All right, so we're back here in our post game. Again, it was the SPASH Panthers, 43-37 over the DC Everest Evergreens. We're here with our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House players of the game, and Rachel Lummis is going to go first. Rachel, tonight you were 3 for 4 from the free throw line. As a team, you were 14 of 17 from the free throw line shooting. Just talk about free throw shooting, practice you've put in on free throws, and how that paid off tonight.
Well, I know during our practices we practice free throw situations a lot, bonus situations, all of the time during practice. We also shoot at least 10 of practice besides bonus situations. So our coach really emphasizes last minute situations for free throws, and he thinks we should be a really high shooting team. We keep track of all of our different percentages in that free throw shooting, the 10 each night. So it's a very important key for us as a team, and we like to compete with each other and see who can get the highest percentage. So I think every day during practice, free throws is almost one of the most important things.
Relatively speaking, kind of a low-scoring game tonight, at least on your side of things. And then you came out in the second half and were held scoreless for the first 8 minutes. I mean, what was the talk in the huddle on how to snap out of it and get back into this game?
Well, for me to snap out of it, I didn't want to force any shots because I knew that wasn't going to help our team. So I really focused on rebounding and defense, because as soon as I start playing better defense or get a lot more rebounds, then I stop overthinking and I can get into the flow of offense. And I've always been taught by my coaches that your offense will come, you're a good offensive player, never worry about that part of your game. Worry about the defense and the rebounding and the assists more than your scoring for points.
Yeah, excellent. All right, great answers. We'll trade with Alyssa. Don't go too far. I got something for both of you to do at the end, though, okay? All right, so we'll trade places here. We'll bring in our other Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player of the game, Alyssa Standifer. So we talked about free throw shooting. I don't know how much of that you heard with Rachel there, but 5 for 6 free throw shooting for you tonight. How important was it in a 6-point game to hit those 5 free throws tonight?
I think it was really important. I knew this conference championship was really important to our team, and this was our goal for this season. And I just took a deep breath and did the best I could.
Yeah, and on a night where it was such low scoring, and then players like Madison held to about 5 points, I think, low scoring night really for everybody. So what was the team attitude in kind of picking everything up and putting the team forward?
Coming out of the timeout, our coach really emphasized a positive attitude on the court and off the court. I think we just all need to take deep breaths and just pick up our faces and our attitudes, and we knew we could do it, and we did.
And then you talked about that conference championship. Wausau West will be waiting for you at the end of the season. You know they're going to want revenge. They're going to come back to your place, but you got to focus on the games in between that. How do you stay focused on those games and not look ahead to West?
We practice, every practice is like the same. We always work hard every day, and West is a big game, but it's no different from any other game. We take it one game at a time, and every game is our most important game.
Yeah, excellent. All right, we'll bring Rachel back in now. What? Was that good? Did she do all right? Okay, so Trevor's going to keep it rolling here. All right, I don't know if you've seen any of the highlights that we do. No? Well, you're going to see them tonight. We're going to make a highlight out of this. So it's what we do is it's something called the Highlight House. Okay, Leah and Madison have been in it. It seemed like somebody else was too. But anyway, it's a highlight, and we kind of make it with an emphasis on both of you tonight. And the highlight ends with our players of the game saying, "I'm in the house." Okay, so I'm going to give you the microphone. Doesn't matter who holds it. Just kind of hold it out like here. It's kind of awkward. I didn't bring my regular one with me, and just hang on to that one. All right, so our camera's right up here. Trevor's going to zoom in. I'm going to step out of the way. So it's just the two of you, okay? I'll count you down 3, 2, 1, and then it's I'm in the house, okay? It's a really awesome end of the video. You're gonna love it. So I'm gonna step out of the way. Now sometimes people put kind of a special spin on it. We've seen people flex and do other weird stuff, or you can just stay, you know, calm, regular, low-key. All right, but I'm in the house is where it needs to be, okay? So I'm gonna step over
I'm
here,
in the house.
right up at the camera.
I'm in the
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in the house.
All right, they're all going to be watching tonight, so good job. Good
Thank
game,
you.
girls. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so that will do it for here at Schofield at DC Everest Senior High School. Again, the SPASH Panthers take down the Evergreens 43-37. We've got more live sports coming tomorrow all day long, including another Wisconsin Valley Conference game, and it'll be the DC Everest girls traveling to Marshfield to take on the Tigers in what will be now a pivotal Wisconsin Valley Conference game. Both teams now with 5 losses in conference, and both teams need a win to stay alive in that middle of the pack here in the Wisconsin Valley. So until tomorrow, that game starts at 3:30. We will see you next time.